Alright, we going through? OBS got a new fancy layout. Now I can't tell what's going on. Shit, I forgot to mute my phone. Alright. Looks like everything's going fine. It's bad. It's 2024. I get to play video games again. That last round of finals was maybe the worst it's ever been. Um, but I'm on vacation. I was gonna stream sooner, but then I had to take my laptop in to get repaired, because my fan was sounding like a blender, which is very distressing. More importantly, very loud, so I couldn't run more than two programs at once without getting real big bad noise. So that delayed this by like a week, but I want to stream again. I'm out of practice, but it's fun for me. It's my little enrichment corner, and it lets me play games that I'm not gonna play otherwise. Hey, Gorfez, it's been a hot minute. It's good to see you again. I did not mean to take a break for that long, but life comes at you fast. How you been? I'm ready to get back to streaming. I'm ready to play the funny numbers game. What dinner check, food check. Food check for me, please. Oh. Oh, okay. Nice, good dinner. I didn't know this game had an intro, I just was sitting on the menu. Oh, you got an air fryer? This game's gonna be fun. Oh. I didn't know this game had an intro. I don't think I've ever seen this in my entire life. What are the jokes for me? Lay them on me. I'm thinking about video games. Yeah, I'm playing 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. I've been thinking about this game. I wanted to get this back in like middle school, but I could never find a DS copy, so I just kind of forgot about it. Why is it cheaper to throw a party at a haunted house? Tell me, enlighten me. I love knowledge. But I could never find a DS copy, and then this got ported to Steam like 2 years ago or something. And I watched like maybe 5 hours worth of streams back when that happened. I don't remember most of it. I've seen some out of context spoilers that I'm sure people who have played this game think is a huge spoiler, but then they post it online and it's just like absolute nonsense. So I'm ready to be surprised by whatever's in here. Because the ghosts bring all the booze. I've missed the puns. I'm ready to play video games. I don't know what's gonna happen. This looks like a DS game. This game is fiction. All names, characters, and interests. Oh, there are 2 modes of play, novel and adventure. You can switch in and out of each interchangeably. I've heard about novel and adventure. I'll get into my spiel on that later, because I'm sure everyone's wanting to hear it. 9. What do chickens do to think up new ideas? They think outside the box. Oh. One of these days I'm gonna go back through every VOD and make a list of every pun you've ever sent. And then I'm just gonna send them to you, and you're just gonna have to suffer, I guess. Okay. I guess we're just getting into it. A loud noise startled Junpei awake, and his eyes snapped open.
What the?
Oh, there's voice acting. Okay, that makes my life easier. As they adjusted to the light, he realized they didn't recognize his surroundings. This is just what my dorm room looked like 2 years ago. Complete with bashing your head into the ceiling. With a crack, Junpei's head connected with something metal. He rolled over and threw out his hand to steady himself, but he found himself groping at empty air.
What? Whoa!
His balance lost, and his still fuzzy mind struggling to understand what was going on. Junpei tumbled down to the cold, gray floor. Rough. Rough.
God
Been there.
Damn it! What the hell?
Okay. Alright, yeah, so for anyone who's played this game and is gonna send me a long spiel about novel versus adventure, I have read your Reddit posts. I don't understand them, but I am gonna just be tabbing between these whenever it feels right, because I have heard that novel mode is how it was presented in the original DS release, and then adventure mode was what they added for the port. People give very confusing reasons for which one you should pick. So this is just gonna be vibes based on if I'm reading or playing a visual novel. Could be both.
A bed? That fell pretty far. That really hurt.
Yeah, I bet, dude.
Damn, my eyesight's
Junpei's just
blurry.
gonna have a
Must have hit my
concussion
head.
for the rest of this game.
No, wait. That's not it. An earthquake. But it's shaking too fast for that.
Boat moment.
Anyway,
Oh, I love pre-rendered 3D backgrounds.
am I? Wait, it stopped?
Okay. Yeah, okay, so novel mode's gonna be giving like narration for what's going on. God, this is gonna be weird. A cold silence fell over the room. From somewhere far away, Junpei could hear the sound of metal squeaking.
What's that sound?
In an attempt to distract himself, Junpei looked around the room once more. There was a stove that looked more antique than functional. The 3-level bunk bed had mattresses that were so thin that they were little more than blankets. How little space do you have to have in between the beds to fit 3 of them in a standard-sized room? That sounds awful. The other side of the room was an identical bed, and set in the wall between the beds was a slightly dirty iron door.
That's...
The first thing Junpei noticed about the door was the number roughly emblazoned across it. On the surface of the door, in red paint, someone had written 5.
5?
Real.
What's this 5 mean?
Suspicious, and still utterly confused, Junpei approached the door slowly. Standing at last in front of the door, Junpei grabbed hold of the L-shaped handle. A push yielded no movement, and a pull the same result.
It won't open.
Didn't matter how much he pushed and shoved, the handle wouldn't budge. Next to the door was an odd-looking device that reminded Junpei of a card reader.
What's this? Is this keeping the door shut?
Junpei knocked hard on the door.
Hey! Hello? Is anyone there? Open the door!
There was no response. No friends. Oh, hey Maxwell, good to see you. It's been a while. Hope you've been doing good. Junpei threw his left fist into the door and stopped.
Huh? What the hell is this?
He wasn't really sure what else to say.
A watch? It doesn't look like one.
That's like future watch. This is year 3000 watches when we're telling time in single digits.
5.
5.
That's the same as the door. What? How do I take this off? Maybe pushing something on this will work? Nothing. Damn. Guess I'll have to force it off.
No, now you just hit the button that makes it beep every hour on the hour for some reason. There's a stopwatch in my living room that has a fun feature where it does that exact thing. And no one can figure out how to make it stop, and it's been doing it for like 3 months.
No good. This stupid thing won't come off.
Guess you're just gonna have to lose your hand, bud. No other options.
What the hell is the deal with this thing? Where am I? And why the hell am I here? Why? What the hell happened to me? My head.
Pain bloomed, but he did his best to shake it off. He raised his head.
Huh.
It was at that moment that he noticed the window.
This is...
The window was round, rimmed in riveted brass like a window from an early 20th century ship.
Hold on. Am I on a ship?
Boat! We love boats! I'm keeping up my streak of boat games. Junpei walked slowly towards the window. He could see nothing beyond it but thick, impenetrable darkness.
I can't see anything. If only it wasn't so dark outside.
That's the ocean, buddy. Junpei squinted, trying to see something. Anything. It was at that moment...
Huh? What the... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. What the hell is going on here?
Oh god, okay. This cracked glass of the window. For a moment, Junpei stared at it. Then the window burst and water began to pour into the room.
What the hell? God damn it!
Junpei yelled and spun around in a circle like a video game NPC. His feet slipping on the water already coming in through the window, he ran for the door.
Hey! Anyone! Is anyone there? Come on, if you're there, say something!
Uh-oh. There was no reply. As Junpei screamed and pounded on the door, the water began to rise. He was now ankle deep on the floor and rising quickly towards his knees.
It's not stopping. Not good. Not good at all. Okay, I need to find a way out, and fast.
Junpei ran a hand across his forehead, brushing the sweat out of his eyes, and looked around the room. Okay. Oh. Okay. Seek a way out. Okay, third class cabin. Is this just like a map? Operations during an escape. During an escape, you are restricted to an area. Your goal? Search around to uncover how to unlock the door. There are items and hints in the room that will help you escape. Click on a location you find suspicious to search the room. Use Q or E to move around the room. Alright. Okay. About items. Once you've obtained an item, you'll be able to go to the item screen. Clicking item on the top left will take you to the item screen. Note from bulletin board. Search? The notes got in red and in blue. Okay. Investigate with an item. The item visible in the lower left is the item currently in hand. When you close the item screen, the last selected item will be in hand. If you hold an item while investigating the room, you may trigger a reaction. Try switching out items in hand and search different places. Click the item icon or press V to quickly change between items. A bulletin board. There's nothing on it. Picture frame. An old picture frame. There's a picture of a ship in it. There's screws keeping the back on. Alright. Beautiful image of a boat. Doesn't seem like there's anything hidden on the sink, but what if I want to add more water to my room? This is the only drain in this room. Okay. Water just keeps pouring through the window. It's like a waterfall. I don't think shoving something into the window is gonna stop the water. In other words, I don't want to die. I need to find a way out of this room. I have to figure this out. Okay, alright. That's a table. Water's pouring onto it like a little waterfall. I don't see anything useful there. Well, I can reach this bunk. Might as well look through it. Huh. Damn. Nothing here. Okay, what about the top? All I can see from down here is the underside of the top bunk. Pretty high up there. Oh. Oh. Memo from bed. Okay. Wait, how do I combine items? What if I put these bad boys together? Oh, no. There's nothing else under the pillow. Can't bring myself to call this a bed. It feels like a board with a sheet on it. It's pretty flat. Can you climb? There's a ladder that goes from the floor to the ceiling, so that you can get into all 3 bunks. Well, worst case scenario, I can just climb up there and suffocate. Yeah, right. Like, that's gonna work. No dice. It's locked tight. Let's see if there's anything in the keyhole. It's a small keyhole. If I want to open the briefcase, I need to fill it up with the key. Okay. There's a blue briefcase on top of the bed. You can keep looking till the cows come home. All I'm gonna find up here is that pillow. Damn it! Isn't there anything else I can use? The pipe at the other end of the bed. There's nothing up top. Okay, what about funny stove? Oh. Well, let's see if there's anything in here. Huh, looks like there is. Key? Yep, that's a key, alright. A little blue one. Small key, blue. This key's pretty small. Definitely not for a door. What's it for, then? This key's blue. Is it supposed to open something else blue? Alright, Junpei, I understand. This is the door to the stove. Well, it opens easy enough. I'm sure with the door to get out of here was that easy to open. A normal screwdriver. Doesn't seem to be anything special about it. Screwdriver picture. Well, the screwdriver got those screws off easy enough. Here's the picture. Oh, what? Oh, okay. So that's... Oh, I'm gonna have to write this down. Hang on. I'm not gonna remember that. Oh god, I'm knocking over everything. Okay, alright. This is going in the back of my Nancy Drew notebook. There was already stuff in the back of my Nancy Drew notebook. Okay. Alright. This one goes that way. And it's square, triangle, triangle, square. And the other one is, oh my god. If this is timed, I'm gonna die for real. Oh! Hang on, I gotta kill this guy in chat. No bots here. Hey. Have some respect. Oh my god, OBS, please. I don't know how to ban people in the new OBS window. Hang on. Okay, we're going, we're gaming. We're living our best lives. There we go. Alright. Junpei is drowning. Triangle. That was fast. These bots are quick on the draw. Jesus Christ. Okay. That's for the first one. That's 0, 2. I drew this other triangle really poorly. 8, 5, and then the other one was 7, 7, 9, 6, 7, 9, 6. Wait. Oh, wait. I got that wrong. 7, 4, 6, 3. Okay. We're living. We're gaming. We're living our best lives on this earth. Okay. All right. Binding items. Select combine on the item. Yeah, I got that. I promise. 2 items can be combined. You'll receive a new item. If they cannot, then nothing will happen. Try out different combinations of items you find in your search. Screwdriver, huh? Wonder why that's here. Junpei, I wouldn't know. I'm not even gonna mess with the door. Alright. Alright, let's see what happens if I put this blue key in the keyhole. And nothing. Guess I'm gonna need some sort of code for the dial. Well, I got 2 of them. Minigames. During an escape, your investigation may trigger one of several minigames. All operations for the minigames are done by clicking on the screen. Some minigames will require you to manipulate something, while others will only require you to apply the right object or click the right thing. This was the DS game. Operation instructions. Clicking the dial will cause it to move to the next number. Enter 4 numbers this way and then click the key. If the numbers are correct, it will unlock. Gotcha. 0, 2, 8, 5. No. 7, 4, 6, 3. Okay, it's not opening. Do I have anything that might give me some kind of hint? Put in the right numbers and turn the key. It should open. Okay, so maybe... Oh, maybe it's the blue ones. So maybe it's, 0263. Guess I'm gonna have to find the right four numbers. Alright, let's give this another try. 0263. Yes? Oh! Alright, let's see if these numbers work. Turn the key and... Hey, it looks like it's working. Yes! Alright, let's open it up. Yes! It opened! Looks like there's something in here. What is this? A file? File screen. If you find any documents or notes during an escape, the information contained in them will be available on the file screen. Press the arrow key to open the file screen. Alright, let's see what's in this file. Digital root. Let's see here. Compute a digital root with the following steps. First, add all the numbers in question to one another. If you end up with something greater than a single-digit number, add the digits to one another. For instance, if you have a double-digit number, add the number in the tens place to the number in the ones place. Keep adding digits in this manner until you have a single-digit answer. That final single digit is your digital root. Example, the digital root of 678 would be 6 plus 7 plus 8, which is 21, and then 2 plus 1, which is 3. Therefore, the digital root of 678 is 3. Digital root of 1, 2, 3, 4 would be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, which is 10. Okay. Therefore, the digital root of 1, 2, 3, 4 is 1. I see. So I just keep adding numbers until I get a single digit number. Oh, looks like there's something on the back of this thing. A notebook, a pen, a calculator, and a stack of key cards. Huh. Okay. Looks like some key cards. There's a number written on each card. 6, 7, 8. Does that mean something? Junpei, new material has been added to the file screen. Calculator. Press the other arrow key to open the calculator screen. The calculator can also calculate a digital root, which will be important to the progression of the story. Okay, that's a bunch of... These cards with numbers on them. I'm pretty sure this is where I'm supposed to use them. Alright, let's slide these cards and see if they work. And... Huh? It's not working. Why? Damn it. Do I need some other cards to get this to work? Shit, I need to find more cards now. Okay, I need more cards. 5. 5, huh? What does that mean? Junpei, you wanna climb up? You wanna go up the top bunk, please? Bulletin board, nothing on it. There's a towel next to the sink. Pair of simple chairs next to the table. Water's already up to the chair. There's a pipe. I know! I'll crawl into the pipe and find a way out. You got it, bud. I think that's how you're supposed to do it. There's nobody here to make fun of my lame jokes. Man, this sucks. Oh, I didn't know this was here. Okay. There are some hangers on the pole. Just like the blue briefcase, lock on this one too, and it's not opening. I don't have a key for it, but I know the numbers. Small keyhole right next to the dial. Don't suppose... No, I used up the blue key because I gotta find a red key. Where... Okay, alright. Middle bunk, nothing useful. Pipes. Can't see the bottom of the ladder. Oh man, the water's already up to the bottom of the bed. Gotta hurry this up. I'm doing my best, Junpei. Oh, okay. Okay. Small key, red.
Should probably hold on to this key.
I agree.
Huh. Oh, what's up with my face?
You look tired, dude.
I look like a zombie. Man, what the hell happened to me? How did I end up here? I left work, headed back to my apartment, and... I'm back. Not like anyone will respond.
Oh, bud. Even as he said it, something in his mind opened, and a memory bobbed to the surface. It was the last thing Junpei remembered before waking up in the strange room. It was past midnight when he came home. Junpei shuffled up the stairs and opened the door to apartment 201. Inside was his apartment. Small, one-bedroom affair that ran him about $630 a month. Jeez. Moved into it when he entered college, and so far, he'd been there for 3 years and 7 months. He stepped inside and turned on the lights. The fluorescent lights on the ceiling blinked and flickered slowly to life, as if waking from a deep slumber.
Man, work was rough today.
Their cold light illuminated the landscape he'd come home to so many times before. Everything was as he'd left it. Magazines piled up in the corner, the textbooks collecting dust, the CD cases covering the floor, jeans and t-shirt he'd worn the day before, then tossed onto the floor. Get a hamper, buddy! There was one thing that didn't belong, however.
Huh? A breeze.
The white curtain framing his window swayed gently in the cold wind.
Huh, that's weird. Did I leave that open?
Junpei walked towards the window, trying to remember if he'd closed it or not before he left. He didn't get bugs. One of the panes was hanging open. He stuck his head out and looked around.
Everything looks okay. I must have forgotten to close it.
That's a pretty big window to forget to close, I'm gonna say. He closed the window. It's fine. Then it happened.
What?
Junpei turned and found himself face to mask with a man dressed in all black. The man wore a deep hood, a bulky gas mask. Face was entirely hidden.
Who are...
Suddenly, he couldn't finish. Junpei tried to yell, but all he could manage was a strangled croak. Oh.
I can't...
Junpei collapsed to the floor, a crumpled heap of limbs like a discarded puppet. Oh. Too late, he noticed the white smoke that was quickly filling his apartment. A small object, shaped distressingly like a grenade, sat on the floor in front of his face, hissing. The white smoke poured out of it at an incredible rate. The smoke had grown so thick that the details of Junpei's apartment began to fade into the white haze. He could feel his mind begin to fade as well. A white haze that was not the smoke creeping into the edges of his vision.
Consider this a privilege. You have been chosen.
A rasping voice wormed its way out of the gas mask. It was cold and harsh, and distorted in some way Junpei couldn't put his finger on.
You are going to participate in a game. The Nonary Game.
Oh, that's the name of the Steam bundle I bought.
It is a game where you will put your life on the line.
They put this man into a saw trap. That's so fucked up, honestly. That was the last thing Junpei remembered. The white smoke overpowered him. The masked man faded from his vision. He felt his consciousness fall away into white mist.
That's right. That guy with the gas mask. That son of a bitch must have taken me here. When I get my hands on him...
He ground his teeth in frustration and strained to remember anything about his attacker's figure.
Well, I guess there's no way to know if that was a man or not.
We're progressive here, you know. The women and non-binary people can also put people in saw traps. It's 2024. I personally am working on a saw trap right now. The voice had been cold and mechanical, likely passed through a voice changer, and the body had been covered in a thick cloak.
Just who was that? They said, you have been chosen.
What it might mean, that was beyond him.
What the hell is going on? Why me?
There's only one thing from his memory that seemed important.
You are going to participate in a game. The Nonary Game. It is a game where you will put your life on the line.
The Nonary Game. Huh. What the hell is a Nonary Game? God damn it!
This man doesn't know anything. Every third line from Junpei has been him not understanding. With the yell, Junpei drove his fist into the mirror. Ow! Oh right, we're still drowning. Okay. Alright, put that bad boy in the thing. Stick that red key in there. It's not opening. In fact, it's not doing anything at all. Well, alright, I take that back. Guess I can move the dial now. So it looks like I'm gonna have to put in the right numbers and turn the key. I do that, this thing should pop right open. Am I supposed to do this one first? Perhaps. Perchance. Okay. 8, 5, 7, 4. No, other way around. 7, 4, 8, 5. There we go. Yes! I unlocked it! It's opening. Stack of red key cards. These look like key cards. It's a number on each one. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's try these on the thing. Damn it, not again. There aren't any more cards in here. Only got one other hint. Of course! The files! That file said something about a digital route. A digital route? The bold text, it's very funny, I'm gonna say. The digital route, huh? What am I supposed to do with the 5 on that door? To get a digital route of 5? I'm not really sure about this. Oh, whatever. Worth a shot. Let's see if this works. I'll just slide the cards that get me the digital route of 5 through the reader. Operating instructions. Click 3 cards to select them. The digital route of the selected cards will be displayed. Clicking Reset will deselect all currently selected cards. After you've selected 3 cards, click on the device. Okay, hang on. I gotta add to 5, but I gotta put in 3, which removes the easy option. Okay. I'm just gonna start trying stuff. 6, 7, 1, is 14, that's 5. Okay. I guess being club treasurer has its benefits, namely quick maths. Alright, I think this is gonna work. There we go, that's a new noise! Huh. Did it just unlock? Well, that light was red, now it's blue. No doubts about it. There's nothing keeping me in here now. Time to go! The only door in and out of this room is right next to the weird device. Don't need to screw around. I know, Junpei! You found it. Accompanied by a wall of angry water, Junpei shot out of the room and into the opposing wall.
Ow!
The water tossed and turned him like a washing machine. He only stopped rolling when he hit his head on the wall.
My head. Wait, is it over? Ooh.
Yeah, we beat the notary game. Great, great stream. Really, really enjoyed that one.
That felt too much like being flushed down a toilet. Damn.
And I think I love Junpei, actually. Man of the people. Junpei struggled to his feet in the still rushing water.
Well, better than drowning, I guess. Am I in a hallway?
The water that had followed it out of the room was rapidly pouring out of the door. It flowed quickly down the hallway and slammed into the foot of the short flight of stairs.
Oh.
Just 5 steps, in fact. At the top of this short staircase...
A door! Another door!
Yippee! He's so happy.
This water! Let me go!
Junpei leapt up the stairs, straight for the door.
Yes, it opened.
Door burst open and Junpei exploded out of it, only to freeze in his tracks. What other possible response could there have been to what he saw?
What the hell?
Oh. His voice trailed off, and all he could do was stare. A polished floor stretched out before him, ornate staircases rising up from the edges, each one of them equidistant from the others. The stairs and pillars were solid wood, and Art Nouveau embellishments and decorations covered the walls and pillars. Looks like nothing so much as the entrance to the luxurious mansion from the early 1900s.
This is the inside of a ship?
Fancy boat. Junpei couldn't help but wonder.
Well...
Water quickly filling the hallway behind him suggested that yes, he was. As he looked, a fresh wave rolled out of the room he'd been in, gathering speed as it moved toward the stairs. The big twist is that you're actually just like in a I was gonna say an extremely local water park to where I grew up. You're in a Six Flags wave pool, and you could get out at any time. You just forgot you're on a ride.
Yeah, that's what I thought. This is totally Wait, what the hell? A wave?
Having a bad time in the wave pool.
Shit. Okay, I gotta get out of here.
Junpei spun around, his wet shoes squeaking in protest on the polished floor, and ran towards the tremendous staircase in front of him. Whoa! B-Deck. B-Deck?
B-Deck. Hurry! Hurry!
As he ran, he glanced quickly at the plates mounted on the wall, denoting the decks of the ship.
A-deck's next.
Real. He took the stairs 2 at a time, not entirely sure where he would find himself, just as he began to wonder where, in fact, the stairs did lead. Oh! Junpei saw another person out of the corner of his eye.
People.
He stopped short, nearly tripping over the next stair, and looked. It wasn't just one person he'd seen. On the landing to the left of the stairs, there were 4 people staring at him. And on the right side, 3 more.
A lot of people.
All told, there were 7 of them. Looked as though they had been on their way down the stairs. They'd stopped short when they saw Junpei, their eyes wide. He'd done the same, of course, and now they stood there staring at one another. I love Junpei. Junpei didn't move, one foot placed awkwardly on the next step in the middle of a stride. Who were these people? This entire interaction only lasted a matter of seconds, but I bet it felt like hours. The woman spoke to Junpei, and time began to move again.
I guess there's another one of us now.
Man, I forgot how much her design was.
A dancer.
The woman was dressed, Junpei thought, rather like a dancer. Her clothes covered very little, and her prodigious jewelry little more.
No, I'm not. You better get
Oh,
home.
animation. No further ceremony, she ran straight past Junpei and towards the door behind him.
Okay then.
The sudden proximity of a woman with such striking asset left Junpei momentarily stunned. But the others wasted no time and quickly followed the strange woman.
Silver hair?
First to pass Junpei was a young man with silver hair. Threw a quick glance in Junpei's direction as he ran, muttering.
One of us, huh?
What?
Nothing.
Following him was an older man, his face calm and without fear. Soft wrinkles sprouted from his eyes, and he came close enough that, as he passed, for Junpei to see wisps of gray in his hair. His composure and shock of hair struck Junpei as rather like that of an elderly lion.
Going up won't do you any good. There are 2 doors, but neither of them will open.
Oh.
Wait, hold on. The doors won't open?
The next to speak to Junpei was a child with pink hair and a high voice.
Come on! Aren't you coming? You gotta hurry!
That's some really nice animation on that point, actually. Her small hand was wrapped around the wrist of another man. His eyes were closed, almost as though he were sleeping. His features were graceful, almost serene. He was dressed rather elegantly for someone his age. Something about his posture seemed very refined, and Junpei couldn't help feeling he was noble and dignified somehow. He'd certainly never seen one, but this man seemed like what Junpei had always imagined a prince would be like.
That's 9 of us then. All of the cards are in hand.
What does that mean? Junpei opened his mouth to ask what the fuck the other man had just said to him, but the girl with pink hair rushed past him.
Wait! They're gone. Just what is going on? There's an old man like a lion, a girl with pink hair, and a prince, and I have no idea what they're talking about.
Don't worry, bud, there's 2 more people running towards you. One of them had hair like a bird's nest, looked as though a stiff breeze might topple him. And the other was a veritable mountain of a man. Yeah? The scrawny one scuttled past Junpei as though he were running from something.
What was that all all about?
Hey! What the hell are you just standing there for? Didn't you hear him? The doors on A deck are no good. We gotta check the doors on B deck. Got it? Now go!
Oh, before he had a chance to respond, the man laid a massive hand on Junpei's shoulder. No more effort than Junpei would have used to brush aside a fly, the man just shoved him out of the way. Oh no. Hang on.
Oh,
Junpei, concussion number 2. Thrown off balance by the man in recent events, it took Junpei a few steps to get his bearings. He finally regained his balance and looked up at what the other 7 had been running towards.
Hey man, that was dangerous.
huh?
Junpei, you're all gonna drown. There were 2 pairs of large iron doors set into the wall in front of him. They looked quite sturdy and each had handles jutting from them. Written across the surface of each door in red paint was a number. The door on the right.
4? And this one says 5.
You read that like he was like a children's show presenter doing an audience participation bit. I feel like I was supposed to call and response him just there.
They're the same.
The guy Junpei had decided to call Silver was mumbling to himself.
The room I woke up in had a number on the door just like that.
You too, eh?
With an arched eyebrow, the lion looked over at Silver.
My cell was the same. A number upon the door. I opened it, ran down the hallway outside, and found myself in a rather grand room full of stairs, as I suspected the rest of you.
It was as though the floodgates had been opened. They all began to talk at once.
Me too.
Same for me. There was a door with a number on it.
It soon became clear that each one of them had awoken in a room with a locked door and solved a puzzle to escape. They'd all ended up in the same room, almost as though they'd been guided there.
Yes, we all saw the same thing. That's not important. We need to hurry.
What are we hurrying for?
Think I don't know that lady?
Before the dancer had time to finish, Silver was already running.
Open! Damn it!
Grabbed hold of the door labeled 5 and pulled. However,
Fuck, it's not opening. This damn thing won't even budge.
Out of my way!
the mountain grabbed Silver's shoulder and tossed him aside. His path cleared, he took a few steps back, then threw himself at the door. Once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. Oh. The door shook as his body slammed into it. It showed no signs of breaking or opening. The mountain threw himself at the door again.
A body slam from a guy that big didn't even budge it.
Damn.
There must be some other way.
Junpei turned towards door 4. Next to the door on the wall was a small box. Bacon.
Just like the device next to the door in that room earlier.
Oh, is that how they're doing dots? Okay.
So that means this door is probably locked too.
They locked Junpei in a tin can to record this line.
But still.
He had to check. Junpei grabbed a handle and threw all of his weight onto it. It was locked as tight as the door next to it, as he'd suspected.
Damn it!
Junpei punched the door, did not respond.
Are there any other doors?
He'd barely finished the thought when the C-deck plate he'd passed on his way up sprang unbidden to his mind. His body moved before he had time to think. Junpei turned and ran back toward the stairs. He'd scarcely taken a step when, at the top of the stairs, next to an ornate clock embedded in the wall, he saw a person. Aww. It It was a girl. She looked to be the same age as Junpei. He froze, unable to look away from her face. He wasn't confounded by her beauty or something equally silly. No, there was another reason he couldn't take his eyes off the girl. Junpei had seen her somewhere before. Couldn't quite remember where, but he knew. He knew he'd met her before. The girl, too, stared at Junpei, similarly stunned. Her response suggested she'd seen him before as well.
Huh?
Without saying a word, Junpei walked slowly towards her. She didn't move. It was almost as though she was held in place by some sort of magic spell. Junpei stepped onto her landing. The spell broke. No sooner had he set his foot down than the whole ship shook a second time. The quake caught the girl unprepared and she fell.
Watch out!
Moving on instinct, Junpei leapt to catch her. Or so he thought. Oh. Hi! Oh my god, hi! Her face was far closer than it should have been. Mere inches from his own. These two are just having a rom-com meet cute over here.
Yeah.
He was flat on his back, and she had landed squarely on top of him. The girl seemed as confused as he did, and her face suggested she still hadn't fully recovered from seeing him. For a moment that seemed to stretch for a very long time, they stared at one another. The ship stopped shaking. Everything was quiet. Water could be heard from the bottom of the ship, lapping faintly at walls and ceilings, but eventually that faded as well. The silence was complete. A thick, muffling blanket. At last, the girl opened her mouth.
Oh my gosh! Is that you, Jumpy?
Jumpy. Jumpy. A word echoed through Junpei's head, and suddenly his memory returned.
Akane.
Oh, why hadn't you realized it before? Girl was Akane Kuroshiki. She and Junpei had been friends in childhood. They'd gone to elementary school together for 6 years. But what was she doing on the ship? Her soft eyes were only inches away from his own. You could feel the warmth of her face. Guys, you've got other things going on. Could you, cool it for a second? Feelings he thought long forgotten began to work their way to the surface. He could feel his face heating up. That moment... Oh. Ooh. Whoa.
What?
What's that voice?
This is...
Numbers game.
That guy in the gas mask! Hey, asshole! What the hell is this? Come on out here. I want to get a look at you.
I really don't play a lot of games where they're allowed to swear. Jesus.
What do you mean to do to us?
Like a child. People played this one before?
Nonary game.
What the hell's that?
The voice continued, implacable.
What is he talking about?
Hey,
There's something in my pocket. Check this out.
Hey, I got one too.
We will call him.
Then it would seem Zero has seen fit to grace us each with a letter. Would you mind terribly reading it to us, young man?
On this ship, you will find a handful of doors emblazoned with numbers. We will call them the numbered doors.
I sure.
The doors in front of you are a pair of the same. The key to opening these numbered doors are the numbered bracelets that each of you possess. Should you total the numbers on your numbered bracelets and find that the digital root of that number is equal to the number of that door, the door will open. Only those who have opened the door may pass through. There are, however, limits. Only 3 to 5 people can pass through one numbered door. All those who enter
3 to
must
5.
leave, and all who enter must contribute.
Okay. All those who enter must leave, so no killing each other in there. All who enter must contribute. That's pretty nebulous.
So this thing on my arm is a bracelet.
Junpei.
The purpose of the game is simple. Leave this ship alive. It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that carries a 9.
The 999.
There's one last thing I must tell you. As you have no doubt surmised, this ship has begun to sink. On April 14, 1912, the famous ocean liner Titanic crashed into Earth's moon. After remaining afloat for 2 hours and 40 minutes, it sank, beneath the waters of the North Atlantic. I will give you more time. 9 hours. Now is the time you will be given to make your escape.
You're trapped on the Titanic?
I hear a bell. I think it's coming from over by the stairs.
It's the clock telling us the time.
Everyone had their eyes on the antique clock embedded in the wall. 7, 8, 9. The sound of the 9th bell faded away. The 10th never came.
It rang 9 times, so 9 o'clock then?
I think it's 9 p.m.
Mm.
I couldn't see anything when I tried looking out the window earlier.
To be fair, that window also filled with water, so you may have been under the ocean.
It has to be nighttime.
If that is the case, then we would need to escape by 6 a.m. tomorrow.
The speaker went silent and did not speak again.
Hey! You bastard! What do you mean by that? Come out here, you asshole!
That guy won't stop shouting. And the others.
Good talk. Good talk. Junpei too was consumed by his thoughts.
I have way too many questions. Who is Zero? What's the Nonary game? What's it for? Is he some nutjob just doing this to mess with us, or does he have some other purpose? Why pick me to be part of this insane game?
Yeah, that's probably my most pertinent question, because it seems like Junpei's just a guy. You like clocks into work. Interesting pick, I'm gonna say.
And the others? Why are these 8 people here? And the most confusing of them all. Why is Akane here? I haven't seen her since elementary school. Why her? Why now? Coincidence? No. There's no way. There has to be a reason.
This OST is very nice, by the way. I've been really enjoying every song that's played so far.
I don't know what exactly, but there has to be.
Very well.
The lion's voice seemed oddly loud in the silence.
Standing around here won't do us any good. Best we get moving, don't you think?
Get moving?
Are you planning to open the numbered doors? Hey, wait! But don't tell me you're actually gonna do what this Zero says.
I mean, the other option is wait 9 hours and drown.
No, that's not what I mean.
God, the pose animations are really good, actually. The lion shook his head, mildly annoyed.
I'm saying let's find another way. After all, we haven't really examined this place yet.
What?
Where have we not looked? Everyone searched A-Deck already, right?
Yeah, we were kind of in a rush though, so we probably missed some things.
Why don't we check out the lower floors first? We should see how deep this place goes.
I can work with that.
Then let's go.
C-Deck.
Whoa!
Yeah, I'm gonna say that doesn't bode well for checking out anything lower.
What the hell? It's completely submerged.
Damn. If the water level keeps rising like this, we're all gonna drown.
No, I don't believe that's something we have to worry about.
Prince knelt down and gently drew his hand across it.
See? The water's not flowing. That means the origin of the water has been stopped. Perhaps this Zero fellow has used some sort of remote control to seal a watertight door lower down. He said that our time limit was 9 hours. In other words, this water won't rise for 9 hours.
What is the setup Zero has going to control? Like, a boat is not a small thing. You can't just keep that in, like, your backyard.
Then you're saying we won't sink till then.
Well, that may be a little too optimistic. No point to wishful thinking.
That's depressing.
If we don't determine a way to advance from this point, we are stuck on A-Deck and C-Deck.
Looks that way.
Hey, hold on. How about we check C-Deck before we jump to any conclusions? We might find something there.
Huh, you're right. I think we should look at the metal doors by the big staircase, too. They're pretty suspicious.
No numbers on either door. And I don't see an authentication device either. Nope. It's locked.
This one too. Damn, none of the doors are opening.
Hey guys, over here. There's another door behind the stairs.
This one doesn't open.
We'll see about that. Hey, old man, give me a hand.
Using force, I see. Let's give it a try. It won't
Man, it's
budge.
not gonna work.
Could you not just start shouting out of nowhere? You almost gave me a heart attack, you know.
Oh, sorry.
It doesn't appear to have moved even with two of us trying. It's very well made.
Idiots. Try using your brain first.
Damn.
Huh?
Take a closer look.
A keyhole.
Right. It's obvious what we need to open this door.
Where are you gonna get
huh?
that?
You got a problem?
No, I just really doubt we'll find it that easily.
What's this? There's a mark on it. Does it mean something?
I'm gonna just jot that one down real quick just in case it becomes important later.
Hey, look! Over here, too!
More doors.
Oh. Elevators?
I think they're elevators. There's an inverted triangle button by them.
May as well try pressing it.
Oh, and that's like a element symbol. Don't remember which one.
Maybe the power isn't on.
Or we need to do something with this card reader. And there's a strange mark here, too.
That's one of the elements, I think. I don't remember.
What is this? It looks like a lowercase h with a dash drawn across the upper stem of the H.
This is the symbol of Saturn.
Saturn, right.
It's an astrological symbol.
Then the mark on the other door.
I think that was the sun symbol.
Awesome, we got cosmology going on.
We saw the same symbols on A deck.
We did?
I don't remember that.
A-deck, huh? I haven't been there, so I wouldn't know.
We may as well check again since we're talking about it.
There! The two doors next to the stairs. The one on the left had a keyhole with a similar symbol engraved on it.
She's right. It looks similar to what we saw downstairs.
This is an Earth symbol.
Earth.
The horizontal line symbolizes the equator, and the vertical one represents the prime meridian.
I see. The ceiling. Metal plates.
Oh.
Huh. It's as if it's covering something up.
Skylight? Question mark?
Perhaps it was a dome of some kind.
I wish we could get out through there.
That's the Haruhi Suzumiya voice actress?
Be realistic. We'd need a lot of explosives to open that up.
The windows, too. Huh. They're all covered. In other words,
Oh.
we're trapped. All the exits go nowhere.
Well, I'm sure they go somewhere. We just can't open them.
Oh yeah, that's definitely the voice actress who plays Haruhi Suzumiya. She's in like everything. I hear that voice all the time.
You don't know that. For all we know, they just open into walls or take us in circles.
No, I'm sure they go somewhere. Otherwise, what point would there be? And we can open them. Well, two of them at least.
Oh, you mean the numbered doors.
Hey, wait a minute. I think I said this earlier, but I don't think we should do that. We'd have to be crazy to open these doors.
I mean, what other option do you got, man?
If we do that, we're doing exactly what Zero wants us to do.
May as well give it a shot. We can't stay here forever.
Yes, I'm in favor as well.
No, I'm totally against this. But shouldn't we at least try? We don't know what'll happen. We should stay here.
Fight, 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 fight.
We don't have time for that. In 8.5 hours, this ship is going to sink. Hey, shut up!
Before we try and decide where we're going to go, there's something else we ought to do.
What's that?
We need to exchange information. We don't know anything about each other.
That's surprisingly that's surprisingly salient compared to how Junpei's been acting this entire time.
I want to know who you guys are.
It's like a really practical solution, in fact.
Who you are, where you came from, why you ended up here. Don't tell me you aren't curious too.
I agree. I think Jumpy is right.
Jumpy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm talking about him.
I just call him Jumpy. His name is Junpei. We're childhood friends. We went to the same elementary school.
Wait, stop! Don't tell us stuff we didn't ask you about.
Oh.
Zero's probably watching us right now. What are you gonna do if he's listening in?
Oh, would that be bad?
Hell yeah, it would! We don't know how much that bastard knows about us.
I mean, he knows enough about you to, like, kidnap you from your homes, so I'm gonna say... a lot? Question mark?
Maybe he just picked a bunch of random people to kidnap. If that is the case, then it'd be dangerous for us to let him know too much.
It is weird that they know each other if it was just random selection. Like, that's a little convenient. And the fact that, like, he mentioned on the the gramophone that some people already knew about the nonary games makes me think that there's something going on there, which I guess
Zero
we'll
knows
get
who
to
we are. We can
eventually.
go after our families. Maybe he'd tell us he had them to get us to do stuff, you know?
But we still need to know what our names are. It's going to be hard to talk to each other if we don't have names.
Alright, then why don't we have code names?
Code names?
Yeah, we'll each pick something. Like, I'll be 7,
7? Why are you 7?
because this bracelet number says 7.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, that's a good idea. All right, I'm gonna be Santa.
Merry Christmas.
Any of you chumps know Japanese? No? Well, san means 3. So, I'll be Santa. You know, like Santa Claus. Fits, don't you think?
Merry Christmas.
Then your bracelet number.
3.
Yeah, it's got a 3 on it. Good job, Grandpa.
Very well then. I'll go next, shall I?
The like gritty, edgy Santa reboot for all the hip Zoomers.
My bracelet number
Swears.
is 1. Given that, I think Ace seems appropriate.
I'll be Lotus then. As I'm sure you all know, it has 8 petals. Which means, of course, that my bracelet number is
8.
8.
I would appreciate it if you would call me Snake. My bracelet number is 2. Since Ace has chosen cards, then I choose dice. Snake eyes, clearly. Which is particularly relevant given that I am blind.
Hey, where'd that scuttling guy go? He hasn't been on screen in like 20 minutes.
I knew it.
Me next! I want to be Clover. You know, like a 4-leaf clover. Good luck, right?
Alright, my number's 5. So my code name is gonna be...
Well, I have one. It's not like there's any point to it now.
Yeah, Junpei, it's a little late for that one, bud.
I mean, we all know your name already. You're Junpei.
Oh,
Oh, buddy.
Then you should all call me by my name too. Because, I mean, it doesn't seem...
It doesn't seem fair to Jumpy.
You're thinking it's not cool for you to hide your name after you told us his.
What's your bracelet number?
It's 6.
Alright then, why don't we call you June?
June?
Yeah, you know, it's the 6th month of the year. So you're June.
Jumpy?
Are you good with that?
Yeah.
Okay then. So this is how everyone breaks down. 1 is Ace.
Yep.
2 is Snake. 3 is Santa. 4 is Clover. 5 is me. 6 is June. 7 is 7. And 8 is Lotus.
Where
That
is,
means 8 of us have revealed our bracelet numbers.
Scuttling Man?
The only one left is...
Glasses guy with hair like a bird's nest.
You haven't said a thing so far, have you?
Skin was pale, his breathing was heavy, he was soaked with nervous sweat. Behavior seemed very suspicious, or perhaps simply emotionally unstable. It was difficult to tell. Whatever the case, it seemed clear that he had only a fingertips worth of a grip on his sanity. The girl with pink hair, Clover, walked up to him slowly. She put her hand on her hips and eyed him suspiciously.
What number are you?
He didn't answer. His bloodshot eyes twitched from person to person. His breath came in hot pants.
Hey, I'm talking to you.
The man licked his dry lips with a shaking tongue, spoke with a voice like old paper.
Isn't it obvious? There are 9 people here.
Oh,
And you know who numbers 1 through 8 are. I'm the only one left.
oh.
So you're 9?
Yeah.
Extended a trembling arm. Bracelet did indeed say 9. Clover looked at it contemptuously.
What's your code name?
Code name?
What do you want us to call you? We all made up names. You should too.
I don't need one.
Why not?
Because I am not gonna stay here with you.
Wall took a shuddering breath and exhaled. Clover looked at him with something very like disgust.
You've got some sort of plan?
I do.
I'm fascinated to learn what it is.
Yeah? What's that?
You sure you want to know?
Yeah?
All right, let me show you. I'm gonna do
Oh. By the time they realized what he was doing, it was too late to stop him. The man's body moved like a snake's. In the blink of an eye, he'd slid around behind her, and wrapped his arm around her waist.
Hey! What the hell do you think you're doing?
Silver, Santa, leaped forward towards Clover and the 9-man. He was halfway there when...
this. Stay back.
Suddenly the man's hand dove into his pocket. Oh! He held it to Clover's pale, quivering neck.
If you get any closer, I'll cut her open. Yeah, that's right.
The man's smile was neither friendly nor reassuring. Sweat poured down his neck, soaking the collar of his shirt.
Clover, are you all right?
Prince, Snake's voice sounded oddly concerned.
Yeah, I'm fine.
I think concern is a normal emotion to have in this situation, Junpei, but I guess that's just me. Her voice shook, making her words even less convincing.
What the hell are you trying to do? I told you. This is my plan.
What are you gonna do to her, you sick son of a bitch?
Don't worry. I'm not gonna do anything to her. If she just does what I tell her to, I'll let her go.
He started to move backwards, slowly, keeping his grip on Clover.
Slowly. That's right. Just follow me.
Keeping their distance, Junpei and the others followed. Eventually, the man reached the wall. He gave a start as his back touched it, then glanced around quickly and spoke.
Here. Verify. The left. Look on your left. Do you see the device on the wall? Place your hand on the scanner panel, the round part.
What if I don't?
The man's nostrils flared and he looked like he was about to choke.
Are you an idiot? What do you think? I could slit your throat right now. I'll kill you if I have to.
Oh.
All I need is your bracelet. Just do it. Do it now.
Press the knife against Clover's neck. Hard.
Okay, I'll do it.
Slowly, she stretched her left hand out towards the device.
Like this?
Back was to it. She had to feel around for a moment before she found the circular panel. Made a cold electronic noise, and on the display above her hand, an asterisk appeared.
So that's how it works. He called that round part of the device the scanner panel.
He definitely knows how it works.
If we put our left hand on it, our bracelet number gets entered into the device. Then, should you total the numbers on your numbered bracelets and find that the digital root of that number is equal to the number of that door, the door will open.
Junpei shifted his eyes to the door itself. The number on it was 5.
Door 5. Why does this guy know so much about how this thing works? It's like he knows exactly what to do.
Good. Good. You're done. Next.
His bloodshot eyes crept from person to person until finally, they stopped on the lion, Ace.
You, right? You're the one with the number 1 bracelet, right?
Yes, I am. So?
Is he gonna go through the door by him? That seems ill-advised.
Then you're next. Just verify your number like this little brat did. What are you doing? Do it! Don't you care what happens to her?
Okay, just calm down.
Bad idea all around, 9, I'm gonna say. Ninth man jerked his chin towards the device.
I'm coming over.
Slowly, cautiously, Ace moved towards the device. After what seemed like an agonizing eternity, he reached it.
Now, verify.
All right, this is what you wanted, right?
Ace nodded and placed his hand on the scanner panel. The device beeped again, and a second asterisk appeared.
Now the device has both Clover and Ace's numbers, 4 and 1.
Thank you, Junpei.
4 + 1 is 5.
Thank you, Junpei.
It's the same as the number written on the door. But it won't open yet. Only 3 to 5 people can pass.
I know, Junpei.
One more person.
I was there.
If what Zero said is true, he needs one more person. Who? Who does he need?
Get back.
His voice shook, but the knife he held to Clover's throat made his words a command. Ace took 2, then 3 steps back.
No! Farther! More than that! Go all the way back!
Oh. Slowly, Ace did what he was told. The ninth man's lips curled into a cruel, twisted smile.
Wait, don't tell me.
That was when Junpei understood his plan.
Clover's 4 and Ace's 1. Added to the ninth man's 9.
It just... Oh, and then it adds to 5.
4 + 1 + 9 is 14, and the digital root of 14, 1 + 4, is 5. In other words...
He's gonna go through that bad boy by himself, question mark.
Thank God you were all so cooperative. Now I can get out of this nightmare.
Pressed his own hand against the scanner panel. A third asterisk appeared on the screen. Dropped his hand to the lever on the side of the device and pulled. Whoa. The door opened with a heavy metallic groan.
Good. I don't need you anymore.
He let go of Clover.
Wait!
Junpei leapt towards the ninth man, but he wasn't fast enough.
Here. She's all yours.
Man shoved Clover and hopped through the door.
Okay. Have a good one, guys.
I'm
going off ahead now. Well then,
You sure about this one, bud?
goodbye.
He raised his hand and waved, a twisted smirk on his face. Then he was gone. Hang on, I adjusted my mic, and I think it threw off the balance of everything. The door ground shut with a dull clang of metal on metal.
Clover, are you all right?
Snake ran to Clover's side as she lay on the floor.
Yeah, I'm fine.
She climbed unsteadily to her feet. Once there, leaned heavily on Snake's shoulder for support.
Damn it!
Junpei ran to the door.
Bastard!
The others followed him. Several pairs of hands grabbed hold of the handles and pulled. Not gonna
Open, damn it.
work. They grunted and strained, but
Shit! It won't budge.
that was when Lotus, the dancer, spoke. Her voice was quiet.
Do you hear something?
Like, what?
Like some sort of beeping.
Oh no. Junpei pressed his ear against the cold metal of the door. The others did the same.
You're right. I can hear it too.
I don't know about this. Then they heard something else. It was the ninth man.
Why isn't it stopping? God damn it! You lied!
Oh.
Lied?
What?
This wasn't supposed to happen! This is wrong! This is wrong!
His voice shook with fear. Safe on the outside, they stepped back from the door and looked at one another.
What is happening in there?
Open the door, please! I'm begging you! Help me! Please get me out of here! Get me out of here!
Ah, God damn it!
Junpei grabbed hold of the device, slammed his hand on the scanner panel. Nothing happened.
Why? Why won't it work?
It's
Engaged?
occupied.
Is it because it's occupied?
Oh.
Oh my god, there's no time left! Listen, I was lied to! He lied to me!
Oh, buddy.
It was him! He killed me! It was him!
Buddy.
Ah! Ah!
Oh. The explosion rocked the room. Instinctively, they ducked, then stood up slowly when they realized there was no danger. No one spoke. Silence filled the room.
A beep?
All eyes turned toward it.
Did that thing just make that sound?
The display changed from engaged to vacant.
Let's see if we can open it.
It's empty. Smile. 7, the mountain, followed hard.
Okay.
Junpei nodded and placed his hand on the scanner panel. Red asterisk appeared on the LCD panel.
Well, it registered my bracelet number. But it won't open with one person. We need at least 2 more people.
I don't know if you want to open that. What to do? Oh, okay. Ace and Lotus, 1 and 8. Snake and 7, 2 and 7. Santa and June, 3 and 6. I kind of want to go with Santa and June, just because I feel like them knowing each other is gonna be important. Feel like I might get info.
Santa and, June, you think you could give me a hand here?
The pun was a little too on the nose, but the mood was still grim. Were you trying to make a joke on purpose? After all that, Junpei? Both Santa and June lifted their hands silently. He verified, and she followed suit.
5 plus 3 plus 6 is 14. The digital root of 14.
Root
1 plus
5.
This should do it. Now we just need to pull the lever on the
Crank
side.
that bad boy open. Let's go.
You guys ready? I'm gonna open it.
Junpei grabbed the lever and looked back over his shoulder. They stiffened and nodded. Junpei nodded back, set his mouth in a grim line. Then he slowly lowered the lever. Oh. There was a metallic groan and the door slid open. A breath of air drifted out of it, carrying a stench that nearly made them gag. Junpei grimaced and put a hand over his mouth.
Oh my god.
Good God.
Lotus and Ace shuddered. 7 grunted.
Whoa, that's pretty bad.
Even Santa's voice shook.
He blew up.
They deleted that man. Heard that Santa was right. The hallway on the other side of the door was splattered with chunks of torn flesh and dark red blood. Oh! Shriek echoed across the room. It had come from June. Then, her strength left her and she dropped. Junpei turned to catch her, the door groaned shut. Okay! She crumpled to the floor.
June, are you okay?
Junpei dropped to his knees and put his arms around her shoulder. That was when he noticed. Her whole body was feverish, radiating intense heat.
What the hell? Where'd this fever come from?
She's sick? June didn't answer. Her face looked like wax and her whole body began to shake.
All right, okay, let's just rest for a minute, okay? You think you can walk?
She nodded weakly. Junpei lifted June to her feet and guided her to a nearby chair.
Here we go.
As gently as he could, he set her down in it.
How are you feeling? Are you all right?
She nodded, and as she did, a single huge tear rolled down the side of her face. Yeah, I don't know if she's gonna be, like, okay for a while.
Why? Why did this happen?
Good question. Think gotta figure that one out. Voice cracked, broken by misery and grief and choked by sobs.
Why did this happen?
Junpei spun around.
Do any of you know what the fuck is going on here? Who's Zero? What's this nonary game? Come on! Anybody? Anything? What the hell is going on? What are we doing here?
No one spoke. They don't know. Actually, I think some of them know, but they're not gonna tell you. Ace, Snake, Santa, Clover, Seven, and Lotus. They simply stood there. 7 pairs of downcast eyes and 7 grim lines for mouths. June's body shook with silent sobs. They slowed as the minutes ticked by, and eventually they stopped. Then, suddenly, in the cold, heavy silence that had enveloped them like a thick fog, a bell began to ring. Oh, you guys are losing time. The clock in the central hall. 7, 8, 9, 10 times. And then, on the 10th ring, it stopped. The sound of the bell faded away into silence.
It's 10 o'clock then.
Ace said what each one of them had been thinking.
That means it's been an hour since Zero's little announcement.
Seven's deep voice echoed across the room.
Fuck! I've had enough of this crap!
Santa leapt to his feet, his fist clenched.
How long are we gonna pussyfoot around like this? We've only got 8 hours until this time limit Zero is going on about is up. Let's get going already! Go! Go!
I'm on board. I'll follow this man to the ends of the earth. Santa's outburst fell on deaf ears. No one seemed to agree with him. They stared back at him, their eyes blank and their faces tired. Finally, Lotus spoke.
No, I refuse. I'm not gonna end up like him.
The other option's
You mean the Ninth Man?
drowning.
Of course, who else?
Oh. In his mind's eye, Junpei saw the corpse again.
Blood. Oh, blood and pieces of flesh.
The dark, reddish-black pool of blood. Scattered pieces of flesh. Organs strewn across the floor like the blossoming of a grotesque flower. The explosion that had torn through his body had been powerful.
That's no way for a person to die.
The ninth man's neck had been twisted at an odd angle. Junpei suspected the detonation had thrown him against the wall. Half of his face was crushed and the other half was covered in blood. Most of his abdomen had been emptied, either by the explosion or by gravity. He landed on his back, and stark white ribs jutted out of his chest like the legs of some sort of macabre crab. Oh, Junpei felt something flip in his stomach. Me too, man.
I think he just screwed up.
Eyebrows went up, and Santa continued.
He probably set off some sort of trap, and that killed him. I'm not gonna screw up like that. I'm getting out of here alive.
Yeah, I bet you are, bud. Oh, at least someone's having a good time here. He's having so much fun. Whatever Snake was laughing at, Santa did not find particularly humorous.
What's so goddamn funny?
Oh, my apologies. You were just, so very confident. I couldn't help myself.
What the fuck?
I think you've mistaken the situation.
Huh?
The ninth man's death. It had nothing to do with the trap. Or at least not the sort of trap you imagine it did.
Then?
He broke one of Zero's rules. That was why he died.
Yeah.
Quite simple if you think about it.
Yeah.
You still don't... All right. How about you take a moment and think back to what Zero said? Specifically, what did he say about the number of people?
He said only 3 to 5 people can pass through one numbered door, right?
And after that?
And
You've forgotten the
everyone
relevant
who
part.
scanned gotta
What
go
did
in.
Zero say?
Santa furrowed his brow in thought. Junpei thought back. Zero said, Everyone who verified had to go through.
All those who enter must leave, and all who enter must contribute, right? I think it was something like that. Whatever it was, it means that groups of less than 3 or more than 5 can't go through.
That is correct. A gold star for you, Junpei.
Oh, yippee! Putting that one on the fridge. Proud of him. Snake inclined his head towards Junpei.
The 9th man, however, broke that rule. He tried to pass through a numbered door by himself.
Because he thought that he could, question mark.
That was why he was executed.
Because he was in on it, but he wasn't. And then he died.
And Zero's watching us from somewhere. Making sure we don't break any rules.
Oh, I'm not so sure of that.
Why not?
Because this execution system is entirely automatic. You didn't notice?
Snake,
There's
you're
no
picking
need
up a
for him to
lot.
monitor us.
What do you mean?
For someone who seemed to be pretty far back from the action at that point. Snake looked at 7 with what could only be described as pity and sighed.
Very well. I see it must be me who tells you.
All right,
I've waited
bud.
long enough, I suppose. I had hoped Zero might spare me the trouble, but that seems increasingly unlikely.
Huh? Couldn't see them, of course, but perhaps Snake sensed the confused eyes upon him. When he spoke, he gave words to everyone else's thoughts.
Do you know something?
Well, I know a great many things, but yes.
What is it you know?
Here.
Snake removed a card from the pocket of his jacket.
A card? What does it say?
See for yourself.
With a flourish, he presented it to Ace, took a close look at it, and spoke.
Come on now, what's the point of giving me this?
Give me that.
Santa snatched the card from Ace, but his expression of disgust quickly turned to one of confusion.
Huh? The hell is this?
Is it in Braille? 7 took it. I guess the whole group's gonna get a pass at this one.
I see.
The card went from 7 to Lotus, from Lotus to June, finally to Junpei. Someone checking on Clover. He looked at it and understood.
This is Braille.
Yep. Card was covered with small embossed bumps. Junpei could recognize it, but he certainly couldn't read it.
Sorry guys, I can't read this. Here, have it back.
Junpei handed the card back to Snake, who nodded at him with a small smirk.
Okay, that was fun. What's so important about that card?
I found it in my pocket. I can only assume it is a message from Zero.
From Zero?
A message?
What does it say?
Suddenly, everyone was crowding around Snake, desperate to hear what the message said. Santa especially looked as if he were about to grab hold of Snake and shake the answers from him. Snake raised his hand.
Calm down now. No need to panic. You don't need to force me. I'll read it.
Junpei swallowed hard and waited for him to start. He was not the only one. Presently, Snake began to read, his voice calm. Fingers glided over the tiny bumps as he spoke.
Bracelet number 2. Since you are not blessed with sight, I shall bless you, and only you, with information. I shall tell you of the function of the red, of the dead, and of the bracelet.
Uh-huh.
The red is the recognition device. It will verify your number. Beside every numbered door, you will find a bed.
That
The dead
tracks.
is the deactivation device. It does exactly what it says. Once you have passed through the numbered door, you must use dead to stop the detonator in your bracelet.
I see.
But perhaps you are wondering, what does this detonator detonate? I'm afraid this might be something of a surprise. I have placed a small bomb inside
Oh.
the people whom you are about to meet. You swallowed it while you were unconscious.
Oh.
I have no doubt By the time you read this note, the bomb will have passed your stomach and found it way too
I don't like
small.
that one.
In other words, you will be unable to regurgitate it. I suggest you do not try. As I mentioned before, the bracelet on your left
Bomb's
hand
gotta come out eventually.
think of it as a remote fuse or timer for the bomb in your body. There is only one condition which will cause it to detonate. That condition is that you enter a numbered door. Once you have done so, the timer will activate, no matter who you may be.
But the fact that it's automated means that Zero could be doing basically anything since he doesn't need to be watching the main cast the entire time. Which I think is almost worse.
You will have 81 seconds.
The root number of that is 9.
If, after that time, the detonator has not been deactivated, it will send a signal to the bomb in your body, instructing it to explode. In order to deactivate the detonator, every person who verified their number at the red must also verify their numbers at the dead.
Which is the safeguard to ensure rule following.
Once all numbers have been verified by the dead, you need only pull the lever at its side. And the countdown will cease. Anyone who does not verify
There's
their number
probably a way to break that system if you can find a way to keep the doors from closing. Like you could, depending on, I mean, I wouldn't risk it maybe, because it seems like a bad idea. But you could maybe find workarounds to this if you wanted to gamble with your life for funsies.
That is to say, if you should pass through a numbered door without first verifying your number at the red, in 81 seconds, you will be dead. You must also keep in mind that the numbered doors will close automatically after 9 seconds have passed. So long as the doors open, the dead will not function.
I see, okay.
Too well to
Forgot what I said.
Lastly, let's discuss how to remove the bracelets. There are only 2 ways to do so. 1. You escape from this ship. 2. For heart rate, which is 0.
That's a funny way of describing that one, bud.
In other words, once the bracelet is taken outside the confines of the ship, or the paraxatic wire's heartbeat has fallen to 0, it will shut down automatically.
What if it's like one of those really cheap heart rate monitors that like just doesn't read it correctly at all, and if it shifts on your wrist even slightly, it'll assume that you're dead?
There is no other way to remove your bracelet. If you attempt to force it off or disable the detonator, the bomb within you will immediately explode.
This is all the information which I can impart to you. How you choose to use it is for you to decide. If used wisely, you can eliminate those who might be a danger to you. For a time, you would be able to control your fate.
That's fascinating that he got this.
I wish you the best of luck.
Like, it kind of feels like they're like treating, like it feels too obvious for him to be in on it, so I think he's a really suspicious red herring. Snake finished reading and carefully returned the card to his pocket.
So it's saying only those who verify their numbers at the red can pass. Teams can't add or subtract people after they're scanned in. The reds, deads, and bracelets enforce the rules. Their judge.
Okay, I appreciate you, man. I don't need you to read back the tutorial info every single time. I promise I got it.
Fucking bomb! Come out! Come out, damn it!
Oh.
There's a bomb inside me.
Junpei gingerly touched his stomach. The thought of it made him queasy.
Oh.
His stomach felt oddly hollow and his legs were weak.
What made Zero think creating this horror show of a game was a good idea?
Junpei looked over at the others.
All right. I'm gonna ask one more time. Do any of you know anything about Zero?
They were all silent, each person waiting to hear what the others would say. Finally, Santa spoke.
Actually, I saw him. I saw Zero when I got grabbed. I didn't see his face, though.
Yeah, well...
Son of a bitch was wearing some kind of gas mask. What the hell? Come on, guys, give me something. You know, like surprise or something?
I think everyone knew that one. Instead, just Santa who looked surprised. There was a moment of silence, and then everyone spoke at once.
I saw that too.
I did as well.
Me too. I didn't see inside the mask, though. That mask, it was really scary.
Actually, it's kind of weird that everyone saw him. Like that.
Oh, so
That's purposeful at that point.
all of our abductions were the same. We were taken from home at midnight. The person claiming to be Zero had a mask on. There was white smoke, and then each of us passed out. We woke up to find ourselves on D-Deck, in a room with a 3-level bunk bed.
How about you, Seven? Did the same happen to you?
Only Seven's story seemed to lack the detail of the others.
Oh, me? Yeah, well, mine was just like the rest of yours.
That was all he had to say. All right. It had occurred to Junpei at the time that it sounded somewhat strange, but he didn't press the issue.
Okay, that's good enough for now.
He hadn't done so because there was something that struck him as even stranger.
So, I have a question.
That was the mystery of the relationship between Snake and Clover.
Snake and Clover, you were both kidnapped from the same room, and you woke up together.
Junpei looked at them, thoughtfully.
So, what's the deal with the two of you anyway?
It was Clover that answered. Clearly, she felt she had nothing to hide.
We're siblings.
Oh, yeah, that tracks, I guess. Okay, but now that means there's 2 pairs that know each other. Which, it can't be random, because that's an absurd chance, so it might be more likely that everyone knows each other, and some pairs are just being more subtle about it than other.
Siblings?
Yes. Snake is my older brother, obviously. That means I'm his little sister. That really so hard to understand?
Junpei was taken aback. The others seemed just as surprised.
She is correct, of course.
He laid his hand on Clover's shoulder.
Are you, surprised?
Well, yeah, but...
Why? There are other people here with connections to one another.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Those two, for instance.
Snake pointed at Junpei and June.
Oh, you mean between Jumpy and me?
Ah, yes. You did say you were childhood friends, didn't you?
Wait, you went to school together?
Yeah.
June glanced at Junpei, uncomfortable with the sudden attention.
Well, yeah.
Junpei felt somewhat nervous as well and tried to scratch his head as casually as possible.
Hey, you think maybe we could figure out who Zero is this way?
Yeah, you're right. You connect the dots between the victims, and that leads you to the perp. Textbook stuff.
Junpei, June, does any of this ring a bell?
Huh, ring a bell.
Ring a bell?
They looked at one another, and like it was staged, they both tilted their neck at the same time.
Well, perhaps you went to school with the son of a multimillionaire.
A millionaire?
Son?
Well, someone bought this boat. and set up all of this.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that this setup is like not easy. Like, even like Jigsaw was just setting up in like a warehouse, but this is a boat with water.
Whoever Zero is, they must be incredibly rich.
It's like 3 stories tall minimum.
Well, we can't be sure of that. To me, this seems as though it's the work of an organization, not an individual.
That might
Most
make
likely,
sense.
Zero is simply the representative of a larger group.
But like, that raises more questions, I feel.
What sort of organization?
It could be a number of things. An army, perhaps, or a research group. Perhaps this is all some sort of psychological experiment.
If it is, then it's a pretty fucked up experiment. I mean, come on! A guy's dead! I don't know who the hell this Zero asshole is, but I know for sure he's gotta be pretty fucked up in the head to do all this. If this was all one guy, then he's got some serious issues.
Like, this is a lot for one guy to manage, but organization, I feel, implies a higher degree of, like, interaction. You guys have wasted an hour and a half in this room.
But then what should we do?
We should talk it through.
Oh my god, enough! All we're doing is talking! Talking won't solve anything! It can't help us find our way out of here!
Yeah, like, if I was in this situation, I would have started, shuttling people to the doors, like, after we lost 15 minutes. I would be the most annoying person on this boat.
We've only got 7.5 hours left. We already wasted an hour and a half of our 9 hours.
You're right.
Very well then. There's only one way for us to proceed.
Hang on. Even with the specter of death hanging over them, their discussions continued for some time. Everyone there was already on the edge of panic, but Santa told them only made that feeling more intense. No one was willing to argue this time. I wish novel mode didn't, like, cover up all the nice artwork.
Jump.
Well, it's stupid to just sit around here doing nothing.
Thank you, Clover.
Thanks to Snake's card, at least we have some idea of how this all works.
Correct. And so long as we all follow the rules, we will most likely be all right.
But
But what?
Who's going to go in which door?
Oh yeah.
Gotta
that's
figure
right.
out the numbers
We can't have any more
game.
than 5 people in one door. All 8 of us can't go in the same door.
Then it would seem we will have to split up.
wait. I'm telling you now, there is no way in hell that I'm going into door 5.
Come on now, don't be selfish.
Call me whatever the hell you want. I'm not going in there. If I'm going to have to walk through all that blood, then I'd rather stay here.
And we were doing so well.
Sorry, but I ain't going in there either. Someone else can go into door 5.
Oh,
Alright.
Sam, not you too.
Hey man, I just bought these shoes.
Your worst.
If you think I'm getting some creepy dude's blood all over him, you got another thing coming.
He's got this nice new band. You can't expect him to walk through blood.
What the hell, man? Weren't you the one who kept saying we should get going?
Yeah.
This
so?
team is gonna die.
Doesn't mean I
They
wanted to
can't
go
get
into door
along
5.
for like 10 seconds.
Oh, God.
Fine, I'll go into door 5. I can't go in there alone, though. Anyone else willing to come with me?
I'll go.
7.
What?
Snake.
Don't worry. You'll be fine. We may part now, but I'm certain we'll meet again later.
I have a feeling the doors just like branch off and then reconnect. That may be an incorrect assumption that's gonna mess me up later. But in my brain, they just like do like an octagon and then just meet back at the top.
How do you know that?
Because I do.
That's not an answer! If you're going, I'm going too. I'm going
Don't
into door
send the
5.
child into the blood room.
What am I going to do with you?
There's nothing you have to do. If I join you, the problem is solved, correct? 7 is 7, and Snake is 2. And if you add Clover's 4 and my 1, the digital root will be 5.
7 plus 2 plus 4 plus 1 is 14. The digital root of 14. 1 plus 4 is 5.
But then does that make the math work out on the other
it
door?
works
Oh, that was
perfectly.
a cute sprite.
The 4 of us can go into door 5.
Wait. What about the other 4? What's their digital root gonna be?
Lotus, Santa, June, and me. Our bracelet numbers are 8, 3, 6, and 5.
8365.
8365. What would our digital root be?
Audience participation. 8 plus 3 plus 6 plus 5. Hang on. Eight plus 3 is 11, and then 6 plus 5 is also 11. Which means 22, which means 4? Does that work out?
8 plus 3 plus 6 plus 5 is 22. So, the digital root of 22, 2 plus 2 equals 4.
That, I mean,
It's
that
4.
works out
Add
cleanly.
up our 4 bracelet numbers and the digital root is 4.
Then we can go into door 4.
Yeah. Huh. That worked out well.
So the team assignments will be like this.
That worked
7,
out
Snake,
pretty
Clover, and Ace.
conveniently
They would go
given
through
all
door
that.
5. Lotus, Santa, June, and me will go through door 4. Are these really the teams I want? Beyond door 5 is what remains of the 9th man. I never want to see that thing again, but something's telling me that it'd be a good idea to examine the corpse, even just a little closer.
Yeah, it would probably be
Of course,
smarter
if I went through door 5, I wouldn't be going with Lotus and Santa.
to get a better look at it.
I could bring June with me through door 5, but that means she'd have to see the body in there. I don't want to put her through that.
And you'd have to shuffle around the other group to make room.
Should I stay silent
Junpei
and
was
go through door
torn.
4? Or should I stop them and insist on door 5?
As he turned his options over and over in his mind, Ace spoke up.
All right then. It seems we've reached a conclusion. Shall we go?
Began to walk towards door 5.
I'm going through door 5.
Clover and Snake followed, with 7 a short distance behind.
We're over there too, right, Snake?
The door's not going anywhere. Slow down.
Clover's a little too excited to be here, I think.
Which door?
So, like, door 4 is uncharted territory with a group of people who all want to be there. Doing door 5 means, like, booting people off the group that also want to be there. And it means bringing June into the corpse room, but it also means you get a better look at the body. I'm gonna go door 5. I
Hey, wait.
feel it in my gut that that's the better option. Junpei's cry echoed across the room. 4 people walking towards the door stopped and turned back toward him.
I want to go through door 5 too.
Words were scarcely out of his mouth when June spoke up.
What? What are you saying, Jumpy? If you're going through that door, then I'm going with you.
Turned around to look at her.
No, you can't. I can't take you with me.
Why?
Well, you know what's in there, don't you?
Okay.
Are you sure you
I
wanna see
mean,
that?
look, she already knows he blew up and she already saw it, so you can't make that choice for her.
Well,
June opened her mouth, as if to say something, but instead closed it again and looked at the floor. Junpei felt an ache in his chest at her clear distress, but the choice was not his to make. nothing else he could do. Junpei turned away from June, doing his best to silence his turbulent emotions.
Please, let me go into door 5.
Seven scratched his head and looked at the young man.
Man, now we're right back where we started. You know that?
Junpei's bracelet is number 5, right? If we are going to add Junpei, then we must subtract 5 from the rest of us.
Snake turned to Ace.
Ace, please, take good care of Clover.
Yeah, that's who you gotta boot, isn't it? Unless you completely reshuffle everyone, which no one wants to do. 1 + 4 is 5.
Don't go away!
You need to listen to me, Clover. Go to door 4 with the others.
No!
Don't
She
be so
really
selfish.
wants to see a corpse. Snake's tone was harsh.
Why?
Tears welled up in Clover's eyes. She bit her lip and did her best to fight them off. Snake's expression softened and put his arms around Clover. He held her close and whispered into her ear.
You'll be fine. Just relax.
It looked as though he whispered 2 or 3 more words, but whatever they were, Junpei didn't hear them.
Huh. What did he tell her?
Couldn't help but wonder what the other man had said. He pulled back from his sister, his eyes kind and inquiring.
Okay, I understand.
Her voice was barely audible from where Junpei stood. Before long, new teams were assembled.
Let's make sure we've got this straight. Those going to door 5 are me, 7, and Snake. 7 + 2 + 5 = 14. And the digital root of 14, 1 + 4 is 5. And those going to door 4 are Lotus, Santa, June, Ace, and Clover.
8
+ 3 + 6 + 1 + 4 is 22. And the digital root of 22 is 2 + 2, 4. We're okay with this.
No problems here.
Yes. Let's do it.
All right then.
Right. Man, Snake is pale. 7, Snake, and Junpei scanned their numbered bracelets in quick succession. The screen of the red showed 3 asterisks.
The lever's all that's left. Okay. All right then. Let's go.
Junpei glanced around one last time, hand resting on the lever of the red.
Okay, please be careful.
Concern was written plainly across her face.
We will.
Junpei looked her in the eye, gave what he hoped was a reassuring nod. He pulled the lever. Going in! With the sharp clack of a lock releasing, the door swung open.
And it's open.
Ahead of them, in the small hallway, were the pitiful remains of the 9th man.
Oh.
That's messed up.
That was the 9th man.
For a moment, Junpei froze. Try as he might, his eyes would not leave the corpse, and his feet would not leave the floor. 7, too, seemed paralyzed. Snake, on the other hand, seemed unconcerned. I mean, I guess you can't see it. He walked calmly down the bloody hallway and only stopped when he realized his companions were not following.
Oh.
How can you...
Well, do you intend to kill me? I assume you haven't forgotten the door only remains open for 9 seconds, have you?
He hadn't even bothered to turn around. His head was, at most, slightly cocked towards one shoulder.
Sorry.
Let's go!
Junpei and 7 looked at one another, nodded, and threw themselves through the door. As they did, a cold tone sounded from the left wrists of all 3 men. You gotta scan that bad boy. 7 and Junpei looked down at their bracelets. On both of them and on Snake, red skull had flickered to life.
Damn it! The countdown started!
It scarcely processed this information when... Oh, goodbye! With a metallic slam, the numbered door behind them swung shut.
Shit, the door!
There's no turning back now. And if we don't manage to find the deactivation device...
Hey, where is the dead?
The fear and urgency in Seven's face reflected what all three of them felt.
How the hell should I know?
Stay calm. Look around you.
Okay, I get it.
Junpei spun around, searching desperately for the dead.
Ah!
Found it easily enough. On the wall next to the closed door labeled 5.
Found it. Right here!
As he yelled, he struck the scanner with his hand. The other two scrambled to follow suit. As soon as they finished, Snake threw the lever down.
Well, it looks like it stopped.
As he spoke, Junpei wiped the sweat from his forehead. Trembling hand.
Goddamn thing's gonna give me a heart attack.
A muscle stood out in Seven's neck, and the corners of his mouth were twitching.
Jumpy, are you alright?
June!
Are you guys okay?
They could hear anxious voices, muffled but distinct from the other side of the door.
Yeah, we're fine.
Everything
The detonators have been
A-okay.
deactivated.
They heard relieved sighs, and even through the door, the three men could feel the tension disperse.
All right, we're moving on. Be careful, okay?
Okay.
Sure thing.
Alright, and I think that's about as good as a stopping point as I'm gonna find. Save. Yeah, I've enjoyed the hell out of this so far. This game rules. I'm so confused already. I'm excited to see where this mystery takes this. I have no idea how this thing is gonna resolve. Everything about it so far seems like impossible. But I guess that's the fun of mystery games, right? I know we're just getting into it, but it's been like 2 hours, and it's not getting late where I am, but it's getting dark, and that makes me tired. So yeah, that wraps it for now. I hope to be back next week. Maybe same time, maybe not. I'm gonna try and work out my stream schedule, because I genuinely enjoy doing this, but also my life is crazy bonkers busy like all the time, so it's hard to cram this stuff in there sometimes. But I hope you had fun. I hope you're excited to see more, because I'm gonna be playing it regardless, so I guess we're all gonna have to live with that. But yeah, I'll see you next time. Goodbye.